Well, I'm really proud of our team. I thought our defense was excellent. Mason is a team. They scored on us earlier in the year, and they have some guys that are difficult to guard, Miller and Green in particular. So I was pleased with our defense. I thought Grant played a tremendous game. I thought Nate played very well, and Andre gave us a tremendous lift. He's just such a valuable player to have. So we're really pleased with the win and looking forward to St. Bonaventure on Saturday.
It's not often that a coach can go from 20 losses to 20 wins in 1 year. Could you sort of reflect on that as the Spiders grab their 20th victory here?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was probably as I don't think it was as difficult to predict necessarily. With you have Nick Sherrod, who's a great player, sitting out, and Blake Francis, who's a great player, sitting out. Jacob and Grant were all-league players on a 15-team all-league team. So, I'm not as I'm certainly thrilled and really proud of our team, but I'm not necessarily as surprised necessarily. I thought that some things happened that made it that was going to be hard for us to compete because we were so young, and then some things have made it where we could be pretty good, and I think we're capitalizing.
Second half, you touched on Andre giving you guys a spark. Right out of the gates, less than a minute, you switched Andre in for Nick, and he gave you guys a spark, 4 straight field goals, stealing a score. What do you see there to make that switch?
Did he really have 4 straight field goals?
Wow. The team did.
Oh, we did, right? Yeah. No, he was. Nick picked up a foul on their first possession. I don't know. I think it was only a second, but I put Andre in just because I thought that spark might happen. And they run so many ball screens. Andre is really difficult to screen. He's great in passing lanes. The steal that he had and finish. He brings energy without really taking chances. He's not a guy who's just crashing into a rebound and committing fouls or going for steals and giving up layups. He can bring tremendous energy and defend incredibly well without necessarily taking too many chances.
Coach, you guys seem to find your groove in the second half in terms of shooting.
Yeah.
Was that more just kind of focusing more on going inside and to open up the outside, or something different?
Yeah, for sure. We had 2 plays in a row where we had or not in a row maybe, but the give and go on the post feed, and Andre missed the first, made the second. But we definitely wanted to go inside. Grant is such a special player, and but we wanted to go inside everybody, to Nathan, to Matt, to Nick, and so that was our biggest. That was our biggest emphasis on offense. We shot to win by 15 and shoot so poorly from 3 is a good sign. It means you've defended well and means you've gotten some scoring in other places, which we did, and so very positive.
Did knowing that A.J. Wilson was a little banged up coming in play into that?
Yeah, not necessarily, because Grant had a great game at Mason. He's just difficult to defend, and when teams double him, he's a very good passer. He has a really good sense for how to play. He's incredibly helpful. Most big guys, you're constantly helping them. I think Grant's incredibly helpful to everybody else. His defense, his rebounding, his passing, all those things help everybody else not only get points or get stops, but just give everybody else a sense of confidence that he's there and helping everybody. And that shows up throughout the game.
To be getting more animated on the court with the flexes and finger. Just feeling his oats.
Yeah, I think so. I try not to see it too much, but he's emotional. He's an emotional player, and his mentor is T.J. Klein, who is a great player, but also very emotional. And that, for the most part, that's extremely positive. Again, you don't have to motivate Grant, and some big guys, there's a kind of a natural tendency they get tired more quickly. Things are a little bit harder for them. There's no need to motivate Grant, so I think that emotion is extremely positive.
I know they all count the same, but is there something to be said for a double-digit win coming off such an emotional game and an emotional win?
I think so. It was such a big, great day on Saturday for us. I thought we stayed focused. Our defense carried the day. I think we were pretty good on offense, but I thought our defense was excellent right from the start. And so, I do think that is a good sign because, look, you want to say that they're all the same, but the VCU game, both here and there, is always going to be very exciting. And, you're going to expend a lot of energy in that game. So to be able to come back, stay focused, and kind of lead throughout the game is a good sign.
So you you get a couple nervous flashbacks with Blake on the floor for that loose ball second half?
Yeah, not really, because I couldn't see that one, and this one I could see a little bit. I was hoping the whistle would blow a little sooner to call to get the jump ball called, but yeah, it was a similar spot on the floor too. But I could see this one, and I could see it was more just kind of the guys who were already on the floor were battling for it. Nobody knew coming in.
Coach, y'all shot 316 from deep. Obviously, you would like them to do a little bit better, but how important do you think it is for your guys to see we don't have to shoot lights out from deep and still win a game?
That's really important. I think, the way I look at offense is the more ways you can score, the harder you are to defend. So being able to score in transition, being able to score in the post, being able to score on, cuts or easy baskets, and shooting threes. I think if you're, the more you're just, you can only do one thing well or two things well, the season catches up to you, and it's hard because they can start to take that away. So, for that reason, I'm really pleased because, we shot extremely well on Saturday. It's not going to be the same every time, and hopefully we'll shoot well here moving down the stretch.
Hey, Andre, the form of this certainly was different than up at George Mason. What changed? It was 97 and 87 up there.
I think both teams played better defense this time and just didn't shoot as well as we did at George Mason.
Blake, it seems like the second half, you guys found your groove. What changed at halftime? What adjustments did you make? What did you just kind of attack inside more to open up some more looks outside, or how did you guys kind of find your groove there?
Yeah, just playing more of an inside-out game. Getting the ball to Grant because he makes it easier for all of us on the perimeter. So just trying to throw it inside and just moving without the ball and trying to get easy looks.
Did knowing that A.J. Wilson was a little bit banged up coming into this game play into that strategy of maybe attacking the paint a little bit more?
Yeah. We didn't really know he was injured until probably yesterday, but that was probably a key part of it too. Just trying to attack at all times. So.
Hey, Andre, were you concerned at all that after Saturday's win, big crowd, a lot of energy, very meaningful, might come out a little flat? Think about that at all?
We talked about it a lot and just made sure, in our preparation to be even more ready to this game and make sure there was no letdown.
Blake, you watched, I know, from the sidelines and then for the bench last year, but to get 20 wins, you have a lot more to go and work to do, I realize, but what does that signify for this team after a couple years of struggling?
It's a big accomplishment for us, but we know we can't get complacent. We just got to keep staying focused and just keep going at it one game at a time. Try to win the next game. So that's what we're going to keep doing from now on. So.
Is the ice on your chest just preventative, just the rehab type ice, or did you hurt it again when you went on the floor?
No, this is just rehab. I do this after every game.